WB right now, there's a big bidding war happening, and of course Paramount's part of this. Netflix just made an offer to buy Warner Brothers, just the studio and HBO Max, for over 80 billion. And so that deal kind of seemed like, all right, that's going to be it, because Paramount did make an offer prior, and Netflix, I guess, Warner Brothers took it as that was their only offer. So they accepted Netflix's bid. And then Paramount was like, oh, hold up. That wasn't our final bid. So they actually have now bid over $100 billion. The CEO is David Ellison. He's a billionaire himself. Poor guy has no eyebrows. Look it up. He doesn't. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
I just like that you have that in the notes.
Every time you see his photo, it's just like
it's bullet point, billionaire without eyebrows.
I'm just like, is he happy or what? What's the deal? Yeah, I just think that's how power hungry he is. It's the eyebrows, man. You take those away and it just goes to shit. But anyway, yeah, they want to buy it all with that bid, all of Warner Brothers, the studio, the TV division, all that. And yeah, it's pretty much a hostile takeover. And unfortunately, they kind of have the upper hand being on the government side currently, because the government helped the Paramount Skydance merger happen and put some pressure on other elements with all that. So it's kind of bullshit. But yeah, they have yet to produce anything since this merger, and they're already trying to grab Warner Brothers too. So that's crazy. I don't know, it's kind of like a no-win situation, really, because Netflix can grab it, but they don't do theatrical much. Will they honor the theatrical experience with Warner Brothers? They're saying they will. It's basically saying, like, they're going to allow Warner Brothers to be itself still in HBO Max. And
they'll just be the parent company.
Right, basically. Yeah, like they're not going to grab HBO Max and throw it into Netflix.
Well, and I don't know. I don't know why Netflix wouldn't want to do that, because there is still money to be made at the theaters.
Yeah.
You know, people still like to go to the theaters. Yeah. There's money to be made there.
I mean, with that bid, they're entering the theatrical.
Yeah, and I don't know why they would want to, diminish that return potential.
Right. So. Yeah. Netflix TV is very strong. Their movies are not. They've had a few hits here and there, like Frankenstein. I think that's a big hit right now, but they could probably learn from Warner Brothers, perhaps, and definitely, market better. Like, put your fucking films out there. Like, it's crazy how they had the latest Knives Out film that was out for maybe 2 weeks. They did that with the last one, and
is that a Netflix thing, or is that okay?
Yeah. So the benefit is you get to see it in theater. Well, two benefits. You get to see it in the theater if you like that experience, and then you also get to see it like a month before it drops on Netflix. So yeah, it's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, so and also I think the Netflix deal is the best one, even though you have a risk of, like, are they going to chicken out with the theatrical market?
And it seems like 60% of the movies out there that are released now anyways only have about a 2-week theater run.
That's true.
As it is.
The running time,
There's very few that have legs.
That's true. And I think that's post-pandemic element in charge there of that. But obviously, if it's a big film, it's going to keep going. But I think you'll have less layoffs if Netflix buys it, because they'll just keep Warner Brothers mostly intact. But with Paramount, Skydance, it's like, that's a lot, man. That's a huge catalog. And gotta talk about monopoly. And then also the risk of having crossovers with all these proper IPs, it's like, I could really make it shitty, in a way. I guess
the one thing I'd be more worried about than anything is, how is this going to affect the gun verse?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. With the Paramount, I think it would affect a lot. I'm just guessing, because they like to control shit. And Netflix, I think they would just let Gunn do his thing. That's what sucks right now. It's like, we're just kind of getting started with him. But this will take a few years to go into effect. But yeah, it's kind of rocky right now. But yeah,
like, the last thing I would want them to do is just be like, no, we're going to scrap that. We're going to start over from scratch.
Which I've had my hesitation in believing this plan of Gunn's, just because I know what Warner Brothers did before. It's like, are they going to stick the landing this time and just let it play out?
Well, I think that wasn't even so much on Warner Brothers. That was who they put their stock in. I think they were just... Sorry, I think, Zack Snyder is a losing horse.
Well, they were trying to make him their Kevin Feige, basically. Yeah. And Kevin Feige doesn't make movies. He produces them, but he doesn't make them. Right. So to have a maker, it's just kind of like, to his credit, though, I mean, he's had a hell of a career, prior to that.
Didn't Snyder take his box of toys and go to Netflix?
He did, and he did the Rebel
Moon bullshit, because those things were terrible.
Yeah, it was what he pitched to Star Wars, I think, or Lucasfilm before they were bought out by Disney.
Right, but that doesn't always translate into something its own property.
I think there was some. Obviously, there's some great visual aids there, and hey, I still will say his Justice League is amazing. I know you guys see it still. You will see it one day.
Haven't watched
it's in parts, man. Just stick it. Just part one.
I will say that
I'll give you $5 per part.
I did.
I'll
finally sit down and watch that because I recently got Max, so I did go back and revisit that. There are things I like, things I don't really like. But the thing that makes me the most excited for Gunn is that I finally caught up on Peacemaker.
Yes.
And Peacemaker season 2 was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm only on the second episode.
I will say that the finale, I'm not going to give it away, but that was a letdown a little bit to me, season 2.
It was, but
it wasn't terrible.
They're kind of MCUing it.
Yeah, I get it.
MCUing it a little bit.
They played it safe, basically, I thought. But
leaving it open for it to be revisited later. But
right. Because right now they're not doing season 3. It's going to be probably just all our films we'll see the characters kind of sprinkled in.
He was already featured in Superman. Mm-hmm. Like he had a little cameo in Superman, so they've already kind of established that connection.
And I don't know, is there plans for him to have a cameo in the new Green Lantern series?
Not sure. That's up in the air. I mean, it could be.
Which hopefully that's good.
I hope so. I really do. Too. And I think that's been pushed out.
I'm a little more reserved. I have a little more reservations about that, just because I think it's a tougher property to translate.
Sure.
To screen.
Yeah.
Small or big screen.
Superman probably helped a little bit with Guy Gardner, a little bit.
And I think, you've seen what, someone could have said the same thing about Guardians of the Galaxy. And
Right.
That was wildly popular.
So. Yeah, and I remember a lot of people thought that was going to be Marvel's first failure, and